Back in week 2, the Steelers lost their first matchup against the Browns. Can Cleveland do it again? The answer comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Jennings.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jennings.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Drummond. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. The tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. Now a handoff up the middle. Drummond, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 58 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Jennings. He finds his man. Complete. That's Barber. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. 2nd and 6. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You look at this Browns defense.
They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Waters.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Gibbs straight ahead.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He's got this to Pickens.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
George Pickens.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
point after, right down the middle. And each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them, where, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Now a give, right side. Drummond.
And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. From the gun on third down, Jennings. That is caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7-7, our score after one. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with second down and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Jennings.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now a give, right side. Drummond.
And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a first down.
Operating from the gun. Jennings gets it to Gordon.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Back to throw. Jennings.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They'll bring a tight end in motion right. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 13 yards out. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the 1st. Gibbs. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd and goal from the 1. Gibbs again. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 75. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jennings. And Gordon's got it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. And down inside the 15 he goes. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And it's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. 2nd and 1. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Back to throw here. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Throwing to start the drive. Jennings. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Jennings. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. Tavon Austin, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we'll skip over to Louisiana to check on the Saints at home in New Orleans. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. Bijan Robinson, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Trey Benson, a touchdown run in the victory. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. Up the middle they go. Drummond.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
On third down, Drummond. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Drummond, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Back to throw. Jennings.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
The Steelers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession.
The Browns drive about to get started. Throwing to start the drive. Jennings.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 35, here's second and a yard. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
Able to get this to Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
76 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll set up to throw.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right.
He finds Pickens over the middle. Now we'll pause for an injury here. That's George Pickens, the receiver who's in some discomfort. 2nd and 9. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And that is incomplete. But a pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jennings.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Jefferson.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
And they'll go again here with Jefferson.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st.
The partner under the lights in prime time. This offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.